Gold prices are all set to hit 55,000 mark per 10 gram. Gold is a commodity that holds emotional value for us, and time and again it has proven its financial value. So millennial population today, they do want to invest in gold but not in the physical form. So they don't want to buy gold jewelry, gold bars or gold coins. So for them, there are simple digital ways of investing in gold. Digital gold. Digital gold is an online method to invest in physical gold. So companies like MMTC PAMP or Digital Gold India, they tie up with payment platforms like Paytm or Google Pay, broking institutions like Motilal Oswal or even banks. So they would tie up with these payment platforms or broking firms. Then this is how they allow common investors to invest in digital gold. So if you don't want to get into the hassle of buying physical gold and then storing it either at your home or bank lockers, then digital gold could be a good option. And the best part is that you can start your investment with as low as 1 rupee. So this small amount of investment you will not find in any other form of gold investment. Now when you want to sell it, then either you can simply get the investment amount along with written in the cash form in your bank account, or you can also take the physical delivery of the same. So both options are available. And so if you want liquidity is important to you, then digital gold again is one of the good options. Now the only challenge with digital gold is that this is not regulated. So there are no government regulations overseeing digital gold investment. Now if something bad happens, if the payment platform through which you have invested, if it goes bust, then you have no grievance redressal mechanism where you can go and lodge your complaint. So this part you need to take into account. Gold ETFs. ETFs are your exchange traded funds. So gold ETFs invest in gold assets and they trade on stock exchanges. So the way you invest in a company stock, similarly you can invest in gold ETF. And to invest in gold ETF, you need a demat account. And once you have a demat account, you can simply log in and buy and sell gold ETFs during market hours. Now, minimum 1 unit of gold you will have to buy when you are investing in gold ETF. So 1 unit is equal to 1 gram. So for example, if prevailing prices are 50,000 per 10 gram, then minimum 5,000 you will have to invest in gold ETF. Now talking about charges, so all gold ETFs have nearly 1% of expense ratio. And since you have opened an account with a broking firm, so brokerage commission will have to be paid. And since these are traded on stock exchanges on BSE and NSE, so a security transaction tax and your stamp duty will also be levied. But factoring in all these charges, gold ETFs are still one of low-cost gold investment options and fairly liquid. Gold mutual funds. Gold mutual funds are similar to gold ETFs. So if you don't have a demat account, then you can take gold mutual fund route. So these mutual funds simply invest in gold ETFs. But the expense ratio on gold mutual funds are higher than that on gold ETFs. Why? Because now since they are tracking gold ETFs, so one fund manager will have to be appointed. So this fund management cost gets added into your expense ratio, and which is why gold mutual fund could be slightly expensive than your gold ETFs. But if you don't have a demat account, then you can go ahead with gold mutual fund route. Sovereign gold bonds. Now sovereign gold bonds are issued by the RBI in the gap of 1 or 2 months. So these bonds are government-backed securities and they come with a maturity period of 8 years. So if you invest in gold bonds for entire 8 years, then whatever you have invested along with the upside, everything you will receive tax-free. So this option is not available in any other form of gold investment. So otherwise, when you sell gold before 3 years, then you pay income tax as per your slab rate, and if you sell it after 3 years, then 20% tax with indexation. But in gold bonds, if you stick to maturity period, then entire amount is tax free. And second benefit with gold bond is that you receive 2.5% interest rate paid semi-annually. So it's kind of a regular income to you. So twice a year, some interest amount will get credited to your bank account if you invest in gold bonds. And this option again is not available in any other form of gold investment. So if you have a long-term horizon in mind, if you can invest in gold bonds for 8 years and stick to it, then sovereign gold bonds are the best option for you. But it doesn't mean that gold bonds are rigidly illiquid. If you do want to sell it before the maturity period, and what if emergency strikes and you need money, then you can simply go on stock exchanges and you can sell it on BSE and NSE. So this option is also available. But if you stick to the maturity period, then gold bonds are the best option for you.